History is full of rebellion, but honestly few were as explosive or as unexpected as the one led by Boudica, a wrong queen, a united people, and an empire caught off guard. In just 5 minutes, we're diving into the brutal uprising that shook Roman Britain to its core. Let's go. Before Rome tightened its grip on ancient Britain, local tribes lived with a fragile kind of freedom. One of these tribes, the Iceni, had a respected and semi-independent ruler, King Prasutagus. The Iceni had been allowed to retain their local customs, rule themselves, and even maintain a local aristocracy, so long as they remained loyal to Rome. When Prasutagus died around 60 AD, he left his kingdom jointly to his 2 daughters and the Roman emperor, hoping to secure peace and protection. But this gesture, seen as a form of alliance, backfired. Rome did not respect the terms. Roman officials moved in, annexed the territory, and treated the Iceni as a conquered people. Worse still, Roman lenders demanded repayments of fabricated debts. When the Iceni nobles protested, they were beaten. Queen Boudica herself was flogged publicly. Her daughters were assaulted. Rome thought they were establishing dominance. What they did was light the fuse for one of the most violent uprisings in their British province. Boudica was no ordinary queen. Described by Roman historians as tall, with fierce eyes and a voice that pierced the air, she was a powerful speaker and a natural leader. After the humiliation of her family and her people, she stood before the Iceni and neighboring tribes and called for vengeance. Her speeches weren't just angry, they were visionary. She painted Rome as a bloated, corrupt power that bled the land dry, dishonored sacred traditions, and used fear to maintain control. That message resonated far beyond her own tribe. The Trinovantes, the Cornovii, and other Celtic groups joined her cause. She didn't just raise an army, she sparked a full-blown rebellion. Over 100,000 warriors, both men and women, rallied to her banner. They painted their faces, sharpened their spears, and followed a queen into a war unlike any Britannia had seen. Boudica's army struck fast. Their first target, Camulodunum, which is modern-day Colchester, a symbol of Roman presence with its newly built temple to Emperor Claudius. The town had no real defenses. Roman veterans fled into the temple and held out for 2 days. But the Britons overwhelmed them, burning the city to the ground. Word spread quickly. Roman citizens panicked. Governor Suetonius, the top Roman official in Britain, was far to the west, campaigning in Wales. Boudica took advantage of the power vacuum. Next came Londinium, modern-day London. Though the governor rushed back, he realized he didn't have the forces to defend it. He ordered a full evacuation. Boudica's forces entered the city and destroyed everything in their path: homes, markets, temples. Verulamium, which is now St. Albans, followed the same fate. It wasn't just warfare, it was retribution. Roman historian Tacitus estimated over 70,000 people were killed in these 3 cities alone. Though modern historians debate the number, the rebellion was without question the most destructive insurrection Rome faced in ancient Britain. Enjoying this bite-sized history dive? Give this video a like to let us know, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more untold legends and history's greatest twists every week right here. Rome wasn't about to let the province fall. Governor Suetonius gathered what troops he could, around 10,000 soldiers, disciplined and trained in formation combat. He chose a narrow valley bordered by forest and hills to neutralize the size of Boudica's army. The 2 forces met in what is believed to be near modern-day Watling Street. Boudica's warriors vastly outnumbered the Romans, but they lacked coordination. Behind them, their families watched from wagons arranged in a semicircle, leaving them no room to retreat. The Roman legions, equipped with shields, pila, throwing spears, and short swords, formed tight ranks. When the Britons charged, Rome held the line. The front ranks absorbed the blow, then counterattacked in a deadly wedge formation. The Britons were crushed. Trapped by their own wagons, they were massacred. It was a devastating defeat. Roman sources say as many as 80,000 Britons died that day. The Romans, fewer than 500. What happened to Boudica? According to Tacitus, she took poison to avoid capture. Other sources suggest she may have died from illness or wounds. The truth is unclear, but her rebellion ended with her death. Rome rebuilt. Londinium rose again. The province was tightened with new fortifications and roads, but something had changed. The fear of rebellion lingered. Rome never again trusted local rulers as they once had. Centuries later, in Victorian Britain, Boudica became a symbol of national pride. A statue of her in a war chariot stands today near the Houses of Parliament, a monument to resistance in the shadow of empire. She's been portrayed as everything from a freedom fighter to a tragic avenger. But one thing is certain: Boudica proved that even the most powerful empire could bleed. Thanks for watching History in 5 minutes. What do you think? Was Boudica a national hero, a doomed rebel, or something in between? Drop your take in the comments. And if you're loving these short dives into the unexpected corners of history, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. More ancient power struggles.